Ukraine armed forces have touted an operation in which it said dozens of Russian soldiers were killed. Kiev said on Monday that 3 days earlier an effective fire attack by Ukrainian forces on a training camp where there was a concentration of militants had led to enemy losses of 56 personnel. The update did not specify the exact location of the purported Russian losses, but the statement was preceded by Kiev saying that Chechen troops had been engaged in looting in the southwestern part of the Donetsk Oblast. The update from the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine also said that Russia had launched a total of 43 airstrikes and 79 strikes from rocket salvo systems, and that the enemy continues to focus its main efforts on the Lyman, Bakhmut, Avdiivka, and Marinka directions. Kiev said on June 12, 2023, that Moscow launched missile and drones on Ukrainian targets amid reports that Ukraine had started its counteroffensive. Meanwhile, the governor of Poltava Oblast in central Ukraine, Dmytro Lunin, said on Saturday that Russian forces had launched an airstrike targeting the Mirhorod military airfield using ballistic and cruise missiles, as well as drones, although the damage was limited. Ukraine counteroffensive is reported to have started, although Kiev has not made any official announcement about the widely anticipated push to recapture Russian-held territory. However, Kiev has said it has made gains with Serhiy Chervedy, spokesperson for the eastern grouping of Ukraine's armed forces, saying on Sunday that Ukrainian troops had advanced up to nearly a mile in different sections, although did not specify where exactly. In televised comments, Chervedy also said that in the Bakhmut area, 138 Russian soldiers had been killed and 236 wounded over the previous day. He added that Moscow's forces were trying to counterattack, but they had not been successful, and that there were heavy Russian troop casualties and destroyed military hardware. The Institute for the Study of War (ISW) said on Sunday that Ukrainian forces had made further gains around Bakhmut and in western Donetsk, and that counteroffensive operations were ongoing in at least 4 areas of the front. The think tank noted that Russian news sources had prematurely claimed that the counteroffensive has already failed, referring to damage sustained by Western supplied equipment. Russian President Vladimir Putin said that the counteroffensive had begun, but Ukrainian troops did not reach their aims in any area of combat. Separately, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau made a surprise visit to Kiev, where he honored fallen Ukrainian soldiers and laid a wreath at a memorial site at St. Michael's Cathedral in the Ukrainian capital. Russian convict troops suffered the greatest losses in Ukraine, mainly due to their lack of military experience to fight in the war that Russian President Vladimir Putin launched last February. In the report, data from open sources were used to reveal that 25,218 Russian soldiers died in Ukraine as of June, but the real number of dead Russian soldiers could exceed 50,000. Russian units made up of volunteers, mobilized citizens, and prisoners fighting as part of the Kremlin-backed Wagner Group a private military unit conducting operations in Ukraine, have been greatly suffering in the war since last December, the report added. Meanwhile, the media organizations found that 4,689 Russian prisoners suffered the most serious losses, as the majority of them died during the fights for Soledar and Bakhmut. Yevgeny Prigozhin, the founder of Wagner, said that about 10,000 convicts died during the assault on Bakhmut, according to the report, which added that if this figure is correct, then that confirms that the media organization's list of deaths could be half as much as the real number of casualties. Russia doesn't disclose the number of its dead soldiers, volunteers, or prisoners killed in the war in Ukraine, but its defense ministry said last September that 5,937 Russian personnel had died, according to Current Time TV, a Russian-language television channel.
Орудие!